Welcome to She.
Be Become and Boast.
She is simply an acronym for Safe Haven for Eve.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel, Be Become Boast.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel.
I'm Double R.
I'm Nay.
And we here at She highlights entrepreneurial women to drive traffic to their social media and their website, to increase their revenue, and to become well-known worldwide.
And we're here with the lovely Kim Scott, a personal chef. So we want to just ask her a few questions about what in the world got her started with this fabulous business. I'm looking at those cupcakes and I'm telling you, they look really, really good.
Yes!
Yes. So Ms. Scott, could you just tell us how you got started in this business? How long you've been doing this business?
Well, I got started in this business really as a child. My grandmother actually taught me how to bake and cook. And I just basically took it on as a person, if you will. From that point forward, as I got older, I wanted to put a spin on everything. I like to amplify everything. So I went to school for culinary arts and pharmaceutical technology. Got my degree in.
Now, wait a minute. Tell me, what does pharmaceutical technology, how the two merge?
It's funny that you should ask that because believe it or not, people don't really think of the two as being one or kind of, going together, but they actually do. And if you think about it, whenever you take your medication, right, the warning label says what? Can't drink it with orange juice, or you can't drink it with grapefruit juice, or, whatever the case may be, or you have to what? Eat it with food. So the two.
Or drinking alcohol.
Exactly. And that's, of course, a warning label that nobody really listens to. So they have these different side effects, right? And so it's like I did it that way because my husband is a veteran himself. He's a wounded warrior. And so when he came back from Iraq or what have you, he had a slew of medications and stuff. And I'm like, I don't like the way this is making him look. And so I went to school for pharmacy first. And then during that period, I found out that the school had a culinary program. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself and do both, because it was still in the early stages. And so that's basically what I did, was I learned to incorporate food and medication in one.
Wow.
So, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so finish with the story. That just caught my attention right there. Sorry. Finish with the story.
Yes. But yeah, so basically, like I said, as a child, I learned a lot from my grandmother. I would be right there. I'd be her right-hand woman. We don't measure anything. We just put it in there,
A pinch of this,
a pinch of that. Exactly, absolutely. And so over the time, like I said, I just basically went to school, learned how to do different things, infuse different things into my cupcakes or into my food. So I don't just cook, I bake as well. So you have the cupcakes. I would have bought you some cheesecake, but yeah.
They look good.
But temperature control, we got to stay safe, right? And so speaking of which, some of you all may have eaten cheesecake from Lita's Treats. I actually make her cheesecakes. The butter pecan, yes ma'am. The butter pecan cheesecake, the pina colada, the Oreo, the red velvet. I mean, it's like you name it, I do her cheesecakes.
Wow.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
that's very interesting. That's good to know.
Yes, ma'am. So if you ever want to sample them, try them out instead of buying the whole cheesecake, go check out Lita's Treats. She'll have them.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
So how long have you been in this business?
I've been doing this, gosh, I would say a good 30 years.
A good 30 years.
A good 30 years, baking, cooking, or what have you. But professionally, I would say a good 25.
So I imagine you get pretty busy, especially around the holidays.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
So if people are interested in hiring you as a personal chef, can you just tell us a little bit about what your services are from start to finish? Let's say I call you up today and says, Chef Scott, I'd like you to come be with me on an event. I am trying to plan a wedding party.
Okay.
So, but I don't have anything I don't know how to start it. I don't know anything about how I should arrange the food or the atmosphere. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely.
And how would you do that?
Absolutely. So we would, of course, start off by talking about your bridal party that are in your party. I would have you to find out if anyone has any food allergies, because the one thing we don't want to do is serve anybody anything that would cause them to have an allergic reaction to anything. Once we have your menu set up, I would recommend for something like that, let's say it's like maybe 4 or 5 people, something smaller, intimate, or what have you, right? Maybe even 20, doesn't matter. But I would recommend something as simple as like chicken Kiev, which is basically a chicken breast that's wrapped up in a garlic butter mixture that I make myself with some parsley in it. And it's really, really good. And I just basically take it and I cook it, fry it, and bake it the rest of the way. So that way when they cut into it, it's like you have this nice buttery mixture coming out at you. Because sometimes people like to dip their food. So instead of having the dip there, it's inside instead of on the side. So something like that paired with some broccoli or some string beans and some mashed potatoes, some garlic mashed potatoes, something like that. And then of course we could offer you some wine. If you like wine, because ladies, you like to have your wine. That's right. Things of that nature. And we would, of course, give you your menu, your price, and then, of course, you would have to put down a deposit, and we just basically go from there. We set up a date and time for delivery, and we will be there 15 minutes prior to the event, maybe even 30. All depends on what it calls for. But we will be there on time, professional, and ready to go. So make your event memorable.
So you bring all the setup.
Yes, ma'am. We provide
silverware,
everything,
tablecloth.
Yes, ma'am. We're one-stop shop.
The one-stop shop.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me how people would get in touch with you.
They can reach us by simply dialing 803-638-1496, or they can go to Touchin' Flavor LLC at iCloud.com. And that's Touchin', not Touching, not with the G. We dropped the G and said Touchin'. Touchin, Flavor, FLAVOR LLC at iCloud.com.
So is there anything else you would like to add or you would like others to know? Nay, do you have a question?
I just want to know, what is your best-selling cupcake?
Ooh, that one, that's kind of tough. If you would have said cheesecake, I got you there. But my cupcakes, I would have to probably say these strawberry cupcakes right here. I would have to say those.
And you make everything from scratch?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other question, Nay? Well, I have a question about, there are a lot of young people out there that want to be a chef, but don't know how to get started, or they're nervous about people not liking their food. Did you have those kind of reservations when you first got started? Charging people for your services.
I still do. Believe it or not, I still do, because with me being a military spouse, every region is different. Every client is different. Every area is different. So I have to start all over, no matter where I go.
Wow.
And so I always have to find that baseline, that median, as to what I should charge people, but not to cut myself short either, but I still struggle with that. And then of course I'm kind of worried at times, will they like it? Will they enjoy it? Things of that nature. So that's the natural feeling to have. But I would say to any young aspiring, chef to, hey, just jump out there, just, do your thing, just get into the zone and just let your love flow through your food. Because that's basically what I do. And every event that I've had, every dessert that I prepare, every meal that I prepared, as my sign and my logo say, every taste is a bite of heaven. So we just want you to be able to have that experience. We are offering you an experience through our food because we put the labor of love in our food. So that's what makes it
so
different.
You go for the food experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Not only just for the food eating. You want them to actually have an experience with your food.
Yes, most definitely. It's just like on Sundays, I actually prepare breakfast for our pastors every Sunday. And it's like whenever I'm preparing food for them, I'm always thinking about the labor of love that they pour out to others. So I, in turn, pour my labor of love out into my food when I prepare and serve them on Sundays.
Wow.
Yes.
So for the young people out there, you would say to them, Just go out and try it. Did you try it on your friends and family first, or how did you get past some of that nervousness or that feeling?
Well, that's funny.
Well, and guinea pig. And listen, I'll be a guinea pig for your next new dish.
Yes, ma'am. I'm always experimenting on my family. They are my guinea pigs. My son, I actually have an older son, and I trained him from a child on how to not just eat the food, but to taste it. Wow. For what's in it, because people just, eat for nourishment. But I trained him to taste the seasonings, whatever it's in there, and then tell me what he's tasting. And so now he's like my little apprentice, if you will. He can just pick up something, or I might do something. He'll say, "Mom, you're missing butter," or "Mom, you're missing a little bit of salt," or a little bit, whatever. So he can pick up the things that I'm missing because I taught him well. So it's like I always challenge younger chefs, don't just, eat the food, but really experience it. Really tone your taste buds to pick up what's in it, and you'll have a totally different experience. It'll bring about something totally different.
So Miss Kim Scott
Yes.
at Touching Flavor?
Yes, touching
Flavor.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that. Touching flavor, your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Absolutely.
That's your motto.
Yep.
So tell the people again how to reach you to make sure they have a fabulous experience with their event.
They can reach us again. Actually, you can also go on Facebook.
Okay, great.
Touching Flavor LLC. You'll see us out there, Touching Flavor, on Facebook. You can also call us at 803-638-1496. And of course, you can email us as well at touchingflavorllc@icloud.com.
Well, could you just walk us through how you deliver your services and the things that you use, like the boxing, your packaging, and all of that? I see some things over there that you have right beside you, and I imagine that you use those when you're traveling from place to place to make sure the food is just perfect when you get there. So you just walk us through, just show us what you use and that kind of thing?
Sure, not a problem. So here in front of us, we have this clear plastic container. We use these containers typically for like our pound cakes to make sure that the moisture stays in, because a lot of people don't understand or know that when you put it in a cardboard box such as this, it actually draws the moisture out of your pound cakes, okay, because of the cardboard. However, if you have like a regular cake, like your 2 or 3 layer cake, we actually use this 10 by 10 by 6 cake box or what have you to make sure that it's transported safely, along with the 10-inch round that goes inside with your cake on top, and we make sure that it's packaged nice and neatly and secure. Now, if you just so happen to want to order a meal, right? Let's just say you have an event, like you were saying before, your bridal party or something like that, or even an intimate dinner for 2. We want your food to
so
be
you
hot.
do intimate dinner for 2?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
ma'am. When you want to do a little something for your sweetie, yes, definitely. So we actually have these Cambro boxes. This actually keeps your food hot up to 4 hours. So I'm not saying that we will wait till the last minute to cook your food, but let's just say, for timing purposes or what have you, travel purposes, we will put your intimate, most delicate dish in these boxes right here that will keep it hot and insulated for, like I said, 4 hours. But if it's something bigger where you need more people or more food, we actually have a larger box in which we use to transport your food. Now, my husband, he's my delivery driver.
Hello,
currently.
husband.
Hello, everybody.
And he makes sure that everything is packaged nice and well. And like I said, we have a larger box. These are Cambro, and they're nice and deep, and they fit those, long pans or what have you that you find at Sam's or what have you. So again, everything will be just right. Temperature controls and everything. So that's how we roll.
That's how you roll.
Yes.
Well, when Chef Scott first came in here, there were 6 cupcakes. But if you notice right now, there are only 4 left. And I'm telling you, I enjoyed one of those cupcakes, and they were delicious. It was delicious. I have never had icing like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice and fluffy, not too sweet. It's just perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Nay, you ate one of those. No, I think you ate 2.
Okay, she's telling my business, everybody.
Well, maybe it was like 7 cupcakes.
I ate 2 and they were delicious. And I must commend Chef Kim Scott of Touch and Flavor on how delicious her cupcakes are. They are light, they are moist, and they're beautifully decorated. She has beautiful pearls, pink and clear and white pearls on the top of these cupcakes. And ladies, when I tell you the creaminess, it's not too sweet. It won't bother your palate at all. I love them.
And so we just wondering, do you share your recipes?
I'm not right now. I don't. Okay. However, it is coming because we are actually embarking upon a journey to make a cookbook. I actually offer classes as well to people that either don't cook, that don't know how to cook, that want to learn how to enhance their cooking, things of that nature. We even offer our services to, as you say, the local soccer moms, if you will, the ones that are so busy, they don't know what to cook. They just want to grab something and go, but they want it to be healthy. We provide all those services as well. So if even with like the aspiring chefs or what have you, I'll actually take them under my wing and show them how to do different things so that it'll help them not be as nervous and add more confidence to what it is that they're doing. So
when you do your classes, do you do it in group or do you do in-home classes, personal classes, or how do you do that?
I do them always.
Always.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
All right. So if someone wants you to come in the home and show them how to do some dishes, you'll be willing to do that?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Sounds great. Well, thank you again, Miss Kim Scott. Again, Touch and Flavor. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. Thank you so much, Miss Kim Scott, personal chef, for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Bye now. See you next time. And our website is safehavenforeve.com. And you also can email us at she@safehavenforeve.com.
And all of our social media, you can find us at Eve Haven on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and LinkedIn. But on YouTube, we are Be Become Boast.